Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense now getting set here and leading them out in what could be his final NFL season. The game's all-time leading passer, that's Drew Brees.
And coming up of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the 31.
From the gun, it's Brees. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Shotgun now for Brees. That'll be complete to Cook. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you've got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Panthers' 41.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And for a 2nd straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Working from the gun, it's Brees. And he finds Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brees throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Now Brees. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
Well, let's talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They run. It's Kamara. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Credited him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He was brought down by Nigel Bradham. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Bridgewater to throw it. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
31 yards.
And that was a high degree of difficulty on that one, but to me, it goes back to fundamentals and determination. High point the football and declare it yours.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 29.
Marshawn Lattimore on the tackle. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
They'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen with Davis.
Bridgewater's pass.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 31.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
And we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And that was some effort, but it would appear that he's going to come up about a yard short.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. Will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
On the carry. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Panthers.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
A try here for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that way, hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Saints, nothing.
2nd and 11. Breeze now. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
throwing now is Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Now Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll go down at the 28.
Kamara. A gain of...
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. To throw is Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Alvin Kamara hit the NFL with a bang, had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Now, production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. But his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield makes it hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. This will be caught at about the 6. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Out of the end zone. Eli Apple.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
10. Saints 3.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
25-yard line.
Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
Third down.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he locates Walker, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
This is McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
On the carry.
Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And the Saints pressure gets him. One down for a sack. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Third and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. To throw is Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. The All-Pro Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And blocked down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Brian Burns just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still second down.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And complete, right side to Cook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
That's good for a seat.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. From there, let's head up to Cincinnati to check in on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Baker Mayfield with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Paul Richardson, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Green to bring it back.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10
at their own 26. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Number 22, Christian McCaffrey.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
On the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 29-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Open man is Anderson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brings up
from the gun, Bridgewater. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Is no good. That keeps the score Panthers 10, Saints 3.
Attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
on the ground, Kamara. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans 1st.
34 yards. That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
From the 27, Breeze. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And that's a touchdown. But hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Breeze to throw. Taken down. Back at his own 7.
Yetur Gross-Matos
Brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Breeze.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And taken right at the 35. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Carolina offense about ready to go.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw, Bridgewater. Quick slant, caught by Moore. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
McCaffrey. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Bridgewater. That is caught at the 7.
And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The carry for Carolina.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On the ground, McCaffrey. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
McCaffrey. And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Setting out kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Deontay Harris. Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumbled on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
3rd and
Shotgun now for Breeze. Welcome back to Smith.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Breeze now on 1st down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little bit further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Breeze again. He knocked away. It's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
brings up 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Breeze. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep in the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
carry.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Well, this likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's
Breeze now.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never play their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 17 yards out. And the Saints get a bit closer.
Boy, what a job there. 4th down that far away from the end zone just to get it in, get that done.
An unlikely result, but it occurred nonetheless. What a terrific play. Great way to finish and in the end zone.
And the defense has to be scratching their heads, right?
That's usually to their advantage. In that situation, they should be able to make a play on the ball, but instead it turned out to be a touchdown, and they've got to go figure it out on their sideline.
And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now at 24-10. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And the Saints pressure gets him. One down for a sack. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long.
To throw is Bridgewater. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
37-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Malcolm Jenkins on
3rd down, Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first.
Complete to Curtis.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Trey Hendrickson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football.
Bridgewater's pass complete to Chris Manhertz. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Bridgewater to throw it. And Walker with it over the middle. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. On first down, Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now Breeze wants the football, and the Panthers have recovered.
Fumble on the play. Recovered.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Carolina getting set to take the field.
They sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater complete on the quick throw to Moore. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Found his target. It's Anderson.
And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Throwing is Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
He's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The sack by Marcus Hunt.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Joey Sly on now for the Panthers.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
Panthers 27, Saints 10.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Derek Brown in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Open man is Michael Thomas. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 81 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And And the lead is trimmed down to 10. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
Saints 17.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Bridgewater to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So Breeze and the Saints down by 10, 43 seconds to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Intercepted by the Panthers.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Down to a knee goes Bridgewater, and that ought to do it. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for Carolina, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.